Yeah.
Blouse and skirts, pants and shirts.
Good evening once again, and welcome to another. Wait a minute. I even give me introduction. First of all, Karin, didn't you tell me Dr. Judith wasn't going to be here tonight? No. Sorry. My apologies. Dr. Judith told me she wasn't going to be here tonight. Now we open up the show. I'm about to talk about her. She jumped in the thing. So tell me, Dr.
You
Judith.
better make sure you leave she name clean. That's what's going on.
I want to find out something. Dr. Judith, answer me honestly. Was it me?
Excuse me. Honestly, I don't answer you any other way.
Was it me or was it Sam that made you come tonight?
Listen to me. Be very careful the words you're using to me. Nobody made me come. Nobody made me come. Okay, I decided to be here.
Okay.
And Karin sent me a text, and when she explained that it was a farewell of sorts, and considering that I have now decided not to go to work for the next 2 days, I decided to be here.
Oh gosh. So you see, I introduced the show yet. She just decided to come. She let the cat out of the bag, Sam.
Or I didn't see any cat out of any bag.
There was never a cat in any bag.
She let the cat out. So we're gonna start. We ain't running no commercials tonight. Let me just get into this. I'm glad to have you though. I'm glad to have you. Never had you before, but I'm glad to have you tonight.
You're not gonna have me later either. Jesus.
Once again, good night, people.
Help us, Lord.
Let me ask a question. Should I look at tonight and say good night, or is it a bad night? I mean,
is that okay night?
It's an okay night.
It's an okay night, yeah.
All right.
Why would it be bad?
I don't know. I'm just asking myself, should I, because over the course of the last 24, 25 months, we've given you, the audience, our personal thoughts, insights, both historical and public opinion on several topics. I mean, we discuss business, corporal punishment, colorism, social media madness, real estate, sex and sexual healing. We discuss cryptocurrency, urban renewal, financial literacy. Wait, the word name, Karin?
Literacy.
Financial literacy. We've discussed both public and personal mental health. That's also personal health. We spoke about coming to America, not the movie, but our own sense of bewilderment and disappointment upon arrival of these shows. We've encouraged you, the audience, to stalk your own dreams.
Stalk your own?
Yes, man. We've pointed, I personally have pointed an accusing finger at some women whom, in my opinion, have no man sense. That was the topic of one of our shows, man sense. Over the course of the last 2 years, we had several guests join us on the show. Several friends and family join us on the panel.
Yeah.
And personally, I'd like to thank Brother Mark Chase for being a regular panelist on the show. I'd like to thank Dr. Whitty and both of our cousins, Sam, Dr. Earl Henry, for blessing us with their presence on Caribbean Feedback. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at, how can I call it, a fork in the road. And we are, crossroads, a fork in the road. We have discussed the need to take what I would like to call a hiatus from the show. This is not a goodbye, but rather a moment for us to reset, to rebuild, and reshape Caribbean Feedback and return to you, our faithful listeners. I jumping off the soapbox. Well, Dr. Judith, I thought you had to run and think, but since you're here to stay and you come to have a little fun, talk to me first now. Just talk to me. Talk about the show where we've up to this point. You came on as a guest, I don't know, somehow, and you just never left. You came on as to come in and do it, and you just never leave. What happened?
Obviously, I don't have a life.
So talk to me. What about the show that
What
made
are
you
you hearing
stick
here?
around? I know you've given us valuable contributions. But like I say something not just to us, the panelists, but to the loyal listeners who have been here with us. What you have given, and what you hope that people have taken away from the show, and what just talk now, man. Talk.
You never want me to talk. You always want me to shut up. Anyway, since you have said that and asked that, let me say, first of all, it was an honor. It's an honor to be asked to contribute anything, anytime. And so I was honored to be asked to be a guest. And I guess I just kept coming back because I like guesting. But I felt from the beginning, like I said, it was an honor. And then after a while, I felt that the contributions that we were making, and hopefully we were making contributions to the public, whether it was large or small in terms of the numbers of people, is important. I believe that everybody here, including Mark Chase, had a sense of integrity, and I love honesty. So, honesty about sharing things. I think we all have, and I've always felt that way, we all have something to give. We should have a social responsibility. And that in what we have been doing, it's an exhibition of social responsibility. It's giving things back. It's sharing information. It's hopefully guiding and leading and directing others, while we too learn how to be directed and guided. Because I think you cannot do those things for people unless you get some of that back for yourself in terms of guidance and direction. So I felt from the beginning that it's something of value, and I've felt I've said it many times that I am very appreciative to be a part of this. I'm not a person that counts numbers that much. I believe that we can make an impact on one person that can then make an impact on another, and on and on and on. So while it is good to have large numbers, the few that we have had over the 20 something months, you say, um, I think it has made a difference, and that's what counts. It doesn't have to be a difference according to social media. It doesn't have to be a difference according to what the world considers. Oh my God, we have impacted 2 million people. A dollar only becomes a dollar by adding 1 penny at a time. So I believe that's the way I look at life. Not everything has to come in a flood. 1 penny at a time, one thought at a time, one conversation at a time, one word of encouragement at a time. So it is my hope as an individual and part of this panel that we have brought things to people that they already know about, but they're seeing it from a different perspective, or 4 or 5 different perspectives. And that will give them a different perspective, or maybe bring out their own perspective that they never thought about before. So it is my hope. I came on in a very difficult time, and my mom had just died. And I remember Dr. Henry said to me, okay, we know your mother died. And I wanted to box him down when he said that to me. But anyway, it was a very difficult time for me. But like I said, it was also, I've learned, and I've grown sharing and listening to different views and stuff. So it is my desire in everything that I do on a daily basis that we have made an impression that people can then carry on and influence others positively, and even influence them negatively. But then the persons are able to turn it into something positive.
I call that provoke. Not, if we can provoke somebody into.
Whichever way you want to say it. It could be provoke, it could be conviction, whatever it might be. The outcome is what is concerning. Okay, sir? Thank you. Is that sufficient?
I
That gotta work.
So what? What is it? What is it?
He said that got to work. Or you're waiting on introduction, Karin?
Pardon me?
You waiting on an introduction?
I was waiting
Talk
for
your talk,
you to
man.
finish and for you to just to set up the queue, right?
No, man, just talk, man.
Anyway, listen. I just wanted to add a little bit to that. I think often people are afraid of making changes. The panelists here, I can say honestly, I have found they are not, and I love that. People don't need to be afraid. Change can be very, 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 very positive. Whether it's for professional or personal reasons, you need to pivot sometimes. Readjust and reorient, and rebuild couple of things and reconnect. And that's what we plan to do. We entitled the show R&R, Rebuild and Reconnect, but reorient and just get back on our feet with certain things in our personal lives, refocus on a few things that we've sort of ignored a little bit, and we've been going strong for, as you said, over 24 months, and I think that is real dedication that we've
That's right.
shown. You know, I wanted to thank everyone who has helped us to build to this point. I certainly would feel really amiss if I didn't mention Mr. Delroy Soudan for helping us to build the foundational shows. He's doing his own thing quite successfully as well. You already mentioned Mark Chase. I also wanted to thank the guests, the people
Yes,
who
yes, this
guested in the
is.
chat and stuff like that, like Diane Roxanne, Natty S, Denise, Andrea Lamoth, Yvonne, her who I know those two are family members. Trini Fly, we haven't seen her for a while. Hope all is well with Trini Fly. Juan Dredd, Dr. Witty, who has been a guest on the show multiple times and really brought something special there, and has also shown up in the chat, made us laugh a little bit, and to all the other people who have shown up weekly. Oh my goodness. Miss Lucy, I have not forgotten you. I don't know why your name was not at the top of my tongue, but we certainly haven't forgotten you. And thank you all so very much for the support that you've shown us for the last 2+ years. Really, we are all very highly appreciative of such a regular, consistent support. That's it.
Miss Knight.
Carol,
Carol Knight, yes, thank you.
that is when I talk about provoke, there is one get who provoke me constantly. That Carol Knight chick. That's why I talk about provoke. Yeah, she's a provoker, she's an instigator. Carol, if you're hearing me, I'm gonna catch you one of these days.
What?
We gonna back up someplace. I'm gonna catch you.
And we've mentioned a few of the guests. I would be
We gonna
amiss
bounce up in a fet. We gonna bounce up in a fet.
Not yes. You just
yeah,
call your name.
I just mentioned you. Thank you for popping in. I wanted to mention also Rhonda Fowler, who have developed a personal relationship outside of the show. She's become quite a mentor to me, and she's been on the show several times. To all our guests, really, we can't all, can't mention all their names, but Rhonda Fowler has become quite special in my life, has been a supportive person on the side for me as a mentor. So I wanted to thank her as well. All right. And to, as I said, to all our guests, we're highly appreciative of all the support for the last 2 years. Curtis?
Sammy, I talk already.
You talk already? Oh yeah, that was your talk in the beginning. Okay.
No. That is it immediately.
So I wanna thank my colleagues on the show here, and it's been a privilege, a blessing, and a pleasure. I want to thank StreamYard for whatever they do. I don't know what they're doing. They're doing something behind the scenes and allowing us to get on the internet. You just pay them something every month and they make it happen. So shout out to StreamYard. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Somebody respond.
Hi, Carol.
I just want you to remain quiet, but Curtis, you're quiet.
You see you all here? So, I'm listening to us talk tonight, and I just want to and reassure the audience that it's not a goodbye, but it's like what we say tonight. We have to rebuild and reconnect. We have to repackage. We have to go and take a little bath, little bush bath and thing, you know, go and exercise. And of course, this is, I'm being, what's the word we're looking for? Metaphor? I'm not being literal here. We have to do a few things. I believe we have something here. I remember when we started this production, it was really to bring some exposure to the things that we do and introduce ourselves to each other's audience, and you know, have some interesting conversations. Didn't know it would grow into something like this. I mean, it grew into something beautiful, and the plant has grown in the pot, and we have to go outside and put it in the yard now. So that's really what it is. We have to bend the tree while it can be bent, and take it out of the pot. It was in the front in the porch, and now we're going in the backyard and plant it in the ground. So I am believing and thinking that when we resume in the near future, that we will be like new and improved. You know, I may do a different thing with my wardrobe. You know, I might come really, you know, looking really clean. I might dye my beard, maybe. Let me see. I might get a better looking shades. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Yeah, this scared a lot of people. So we're gonna revamp shades. Get like a nice little blazer, a little sports. You know.
Right.
Nice shirts. All right. So you know, we're gonna and lots of coffee. Lots of coffee. So as we embark on this journey, you all have to remember what? That will not be okay. We're gonna start with she just now. So let me find out if my colleagues agree with me. I wrote something that I said something today, or was it yesterday? Between yesterday and today I said it, and I wrote it down because it almost made sense to me. It says here, excitement is the spice of everything. Is that true?
Excitement is the spice
Of everything.
of everything.
Yeah, does that make sense? You know,
I think it's a necessary ingredient in everything. To be excited, you should be excited about going to work. We should be excited about showing up here. Judith should be excited about seeing me on a weekly basis. I don't know whether she is or not. I'm just saying she should be. The way Karin is excited about seeing you. You know what I'm saying? It's just an excitement. So I'm saying it's a necessary ingredient to put in the pot in anything, in any kind of relationship, whether it's a work relationship, a personal relationship. It's necessary. Yeah, I agree with you.
excitement is the spice of everything.
Yeah, man, I important spice, I important ingredient in
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. So all my Grenadian people who living in the land of spices.
So Judith, you excited?
I'm trying to contain myself.
Do I excite you?
Help us, Father.
You want me to say something that
Blouse and skirts.
listen to me, man. Listen to me. Go on about your business, you understand? Sure. You're gonna make me fall asleep, you know.
So let me ask you something. I know you have to run, but let me ask you something. Is
I'm
there
not running anywhere.
one question? What you are?
I'm not running anywhere.
You ain't running anywhere?
Yeah, she's not going to work tomorrow or the
I
next.
am taking a decision.
So I could have Dr. Judith get excited to see you, Curtis, and that is why she back every.
Karen, no more friend. I'm done with you.
A lot of spice there, man.
So let me ask you something. Since you're sticking around for a little bit, is there any standout show, any particular episode that you remember that you'd like to recommend to people? You know what? Go look at this episode here. Any particular episode that stand out to you that you think we should just recommend
you're putting me on a spot now.
people to go? I've been trying to do that for a while, to put you up on a
Father, Jesus help me.
I know these lyrics tonight, real.
Maybe the one that really impacted me is the one that Karin had all this information about this which troubles me routinely about black folks burning their skin to be lighter.
The
Colorism.
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 episode.
That thing bothers me routinely. And so that was very powerful to me to hear the figures in Africa, to hear the figures of the industry, the amount of money that people that look like me and you try to undo this beautiful blouse and skirt specimen here. Take all this beauty and turn it into foolishness.
You want to look like your oppressors. That
Yeah,
doesn't
man.
make sense to me.
Let me tell you something. Now that you say that, I'm kind of on a bandwagon right now. To change my life, the way I view myself with people, regarding people. White people, not all, but enough, are a danger. They're a danger to themselves, whether they like it or not. They have convinced themselves of their specialness and their entitlements and all this stuff. And I'm getting to a place now where I'm actually taking somebody, and Chris and I talked about it yesterday. I'm actually taking somebody to task where I'm reporting them. And I've never done it before. Because at some point, people have to understand, for me, my persona, my behavior, my character, my everything is not about weakness. It's about meekness. And somebody has described meekness as strength under control. And white women, and I've said this to the woman, today I told this white woman, I said, you need to be very careful. Yes, I love you as a human being. I said, but you guys have a problem. And you all have a problem with black women like me, who I'm not afraid of any entity. The only entity I would say I'm in awe of is Jesus Christ. Human beings don't scare me. And I've probably said this before. I know what the I know what the era of our body looks like, the part where they do a colonoscopy. I know what it looks like. And we all have one. And I'm kind of tired of the asses that I meet who believe that they're somehow superior because their ASS is lighter skinned than mine. And so I'm really, like I said, I actually made a formal complaint today, and I'm going to do some major typing to complete the package. It must be done. It must be said. And why I'm so fervent about it is because I have tried my best. I've been in this country 50 years. And I've tried my best not to pick up this racial thing and to go out and make a fuss about it. But it's real. Everybody knows it's real. It's systemic. It's there. And so today I formed a report against HR about somebody that I work with, a Caucasian woman. And before I left work today, I found out that the Caucasian woman and the Caucasian man that I'm supposed to be working with have somehow been allowed by black people that are administratively over them, by those people, to come out and supersede me. On the outside, they have made these two white people think they have won. In plain English, it pisses me off. So I've made a very calculated decision, very calculated, they think that people who like me, because I'm a Christian, that I'm soft. Worst thing to do. There's a term in the Bible called righteous indignation. I'm righteously indignant at the rudeness of people, whatever the color are, but right now, white people. And so I've decided not to go in tomorrow, and I'm not going in Thursday, and I'm going in only on Friday, only to juke somebody. That's why I'm going in on Friday.
Blows and
properly.
Righteous indignation.
Yes.
That's a term I'm walking away from here tonight with. And as sure as the sky is blue in Florida, I know about where all is up there, but as sure as the sky is blue, I am going to see how I can interweave that in my vocabulary. Righteous indignation. I'm not quite sure what it means, but it sounds good. And I have to put it in my vocabulary.
I have a right to
Henceforth.
be, I have a right to be indignant. You understand? So that's what I say that to say that the whole colorism thing, black folks have to rise up. We've got to rise up. I mean, it ticks me off. The administration where I work is black and they're afraid of their white employees. So instead of correcting these white people, they have decided to move me again. And every time one of these white people rise up against me, the black administration moves me. And the white people now feel okay. Now I know I'm wise enough to know that nothing lasts forever and it's gonna be overturned and whatever. But still, you keep giving them the impression that they win. Why when are we gonna get to the place where you're in power? The principal is black. The assistant principals, they have several, they're black. And this little white beast, I call her a beast, a pathological liar, somebody with features of schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. And they're allowing her to move on somebody who is dedicated, hardworking, and that's boasting. That's just a facts. A lazy white woman, a lazy white man, and they are allowing them, at least on the surface, to appear as winners. I know they don't win. But there has to be a point where black people stop. We say we are wonderful. We say we are kings and queens of Africa. Yet you tell a black person to go to Africa, oh, that bush place, that I'll monkey them.
So the episode number 8, that's colorism. Episode number 9, colorism number 2, where we discuss self-hate. And episode number 14, colorism, self-love. Those are Judith's recommendations, people. If you have not looked at those episodes, what she's urging you to do tonight, I hope, is to go back. Go back in the archives and look at episodes. What did I say? 7, 8, 9?
8, 14.
8,
Yeah,
9,
and
14.
8, 9, and 14 on colorism. So, Sam, for you, was there any particular guest we had on or any particular subject matter that we spoke about that stands out for you that you would love to make sure you drive it home that people need to see that?
Yes. The food episodes was very, very, very enjoyable. You know, when we spoke
Enjoyable.
and it was relaxing. You know, we learned about salt intake and sugar intake and Dr. Judith, since you spoke about the blackstrap molasses, I've been using that with my coffee. It's very it's making my coffee very flavorful, you know, and little tips that, real vibes, I could light something up now and really get lifted.
What you lighting up, brother? What you light up?
Incense.
Okay. And for the sake of the people in the listening audience, you spoke about getting lifted. Could you clarify that for them for me?
Yeah, just going on a higher level.
Oh, okay. All right.
A higher level, yes. Let's go on a higher level. You want to know?
Yeah. I don't know. You said something being lifted. I just want to make sure that.
Yeah. Spirits are lifted.
All right.
Yeah, just just on a higher, righteousness. It's like righteous.
It's interesting.
Indignation and then the righteousness to rise.
Interesting. You spoke about the food, Sam, because I was also going to mention the food, and that. We did several episodes, starting with episode number 7, where we discussed Caribbean foods and delicacies and stuff that we grew up on. And I think it is imperative that we, as people of the diaspora, to stick to those foods that are, what's the word I'm looking for here, Karin? That
Nyam, where you know,
Well, you know,
start
this is the whole point. Too many times I hear
Foods that
people.
foods that are indigenous to our culture.
Yeah,
Nyam, where you
thank you
know,
for
and stop
clarifying that.
adapting other people's
Because
food
I
like
am
a
not
regular
saying
daily food.
that we shouldn't eat other people's food or we shouldn't
Right.
partake in other people's whatever it is they cook. But I
Not every day.
constantly hear us over the years. So what are we having tonight? Italian? No, I feel let's go out and have some Greek.
Chinese?
Where we're gonna eat Chinese tonight? Okay, all of that is good. Try out. It's okay to try out different things, but we tend to take up these people foods and sort of indoctrinate our children and generations into eating stuff that is not conducive to our health
And
and
you start to
well-being.
reject what you know is healthy for you that you grew up on. That's
Exactly.
ridiculous.
And that
Absolutely.
is ridiculous. And I'm glad you brought up that food issue, Sam, because we try to drive that point home for people to understand. These are the stuff that brought us up. These are the stuff that nourish us into adulthood. And then somehow we come to white man country and we just seem to forget what it is raised us and nourish us. And that's why they keep checking Usain Bolt. They had to keep checking Elaine Thompson-Herrera. They had to keep checking Sharika Jackson. What is short girl name? Price. They had to keep checking them. And every time they draw the blood and they swipe them out for saliva and they put it under the microscope, they're coming up with what? Dasheen and saltfish and banana. And they can't find no drugs. They can't find no drugs. Edos and pumpkin. And this is soursop. And that is what they're finding in the blood. Because that is what nourished us from the beginning of time until now. And we tend to put that aside. And what was the name of the play, Judith? The Pizza Dreadlocks? You were bright with yourself. Come and serve in Rastaman pizza for dinner after a hard day's work. Huh?
Listen. I still have the idea I had ackee and saltfish, boiled dumpling with boiled dumpling with flour and corn. I have callaloo and green banana.
Blouse and skirt.
This week, I had brown stew chicken, rice and peas with coconut milk, fried plantain. Now, listen, I like to try other people's. Like Friday, we went Italian for Karin's birthday. But let me tell you something, because it's important to know of the world, but you don't have to take part of it all the time. And you want to have knowledge, because knowledge is wisdom to some degree. But let me tell you something. I eat.
You nyam.
I nyam.
For the Americans and non-Patwa speakers, nyam is eat with a voracious appetite.
Right? I nyam Jamaican food. Every opportunity with a H.
Every opportunity.
So
some people said nyam, some people said jorts.
Yeah, we used to use that in Trinidad, that jort. I just get a jort here. So Sam, continue on that. I just had to interject on the food before you sort of shifted gears on something else. So I really appreciated that.
I see the topic of Caribbean food brought a little life to this.
It was a funny show. That episode 7 was very funny. Very funny.
So excitement is the spice of everything.
You segued that nicely, man.
Segue, madam.
Yes.
There was no boat. There was no mountain top. There was no rowing.
That is what I'm saying.
The opportunity, Mr. Cole.
Yeah. So I'm even thinking one of our next shows, Dr. Judith could go to a Trini restaurant. And Curtis could go to a Guyanese restaurant.
Sam.
I go to a Trini restaurant already.
What happened?
Sam.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember my tenure in Brooklyn.
The question Carol is asking?
Talk about food. What is Sam snacking on tonight? Because you're always eating something.
Yeah. Well, this is a short episode, so I didn't walk with no set of snacks.
Didn't walk with nothing. But my tenure in Brooklyn, you remember I was involved with a Guyanese woman for 20 years. So you telling me I need to go try Guyanese food? It seems like you forget.
No. You see, I not saying
I
to
think
try.
you forget. I think you forget.
We're not
No.
saying to try. Okay, so here what? We're gonna mix it up. I will go to a Guyanese restaurant. You go to a Grenadian restaurant, and Karin will probably try Bajan or something.
Well, when Dr. Judith was in Florida some time ago, I did in fact take her out to a Trinidad restaurant, and she had doubles for the first time.
Yes.
And
my goodness!
And after I ate it, I saw doubles. Yes.
Did she get some Morby? She tried some Morby?
No,
she didn't try Morby. But you see what she didn't know? She said, well, the doubles thing, I think I'm going to try that. I had some Polori, and she said, well, let me hold on, Cola, coming back to you just now. She said, let me try a roti, but she didn't understand the size of a roti.
That frightened me.
And when she eat the double, she said, I like that. Let me try a next one. So she had 2 doubles and somehow think she was going to eat a roti after that. And she tried the Polori. When she see the size of the roti, she said, oh, and now I had to walk with that. She was not able to indulge in the roti that she purchased. And this one, wait, did you get it? And, oh yeah, what was it? She said the boss. Now, she gave rather speaky spooky when she ordered this. She said, could I have a bus-up shot? No, that is not how you say bus-up shot.
Bus-up shot.
All right, that is it. She was rather speaky spooky to the people. They had to look. Hey, the waiter look across at me like, where's she from? She said, could I have a bus? Could I have a bus?
Oh, you had to tell him that I was an immigrant with a H.
Dr. Judith, just give me a bus up. Give me a bus up.
A bus up.
Yeah.
So let me go to Mr. Cole here. He said he wanted to try chicken curry, and he laughed. But you know, I was doing some reading recently on our own history, Sam, and I got to realize that our national anthem in 1962, when we gained independence, August 31st, our independence is our 60th anniversary of independence is coming up on August 31st. And I get to understand that they had a contest throughout the nation for someone to write the national anthem. And so there were several entrants, and the individual who actually won the competition for writing the Trinidad and Tobago national anthem was in fact Guyanese. So we have a little bit of Guyanese influence even in our national anthem. So I'm beginning to question now whether or not it's chicken curry or curry chicken. I had to give them a little slack because they made a valuable contribution to our history and our culture. So whenever all your Guyanese say chicken curry, I ain't go give all no set of flack anymore.
We're gone so far.
Say whatever all you want to say. We still on food. We still on food.
Man, we'll come off of the food.
Listen, let me ask you all a question.
1 second, Dr. Judith. I want to tell you this, don't lie over me. Episode, better remember the episodic number.
Hold on, what's
don't
it?
Lie over me.
Oh, you're talking about the episode. I thought it was okay.
Don't lie over me. I don't remember the episode number. And moving on beyond blame. Those are very impactful to me, and I hope other people can listen to it and get a real sense of why we entitled the shows like that and what it really entailed, because they were really very impactful.
For me personally, as I mentioned just now about my ex-wife, my daughter's mother, who recently passed away in June. This is the same Guyanese woman I was with for 20 years. And one of the episodes that I remember that stick out for me as a result of that loss and everything is generational wealth to generational health. That episode, which I believe was episode 20, generational wealth to generational health. Too many times I came to Florida and I saw some things happening here that I've never seen in Brooklyn, where we had family members passing away, and I see they're printing up T-shirts, and they had to sell T-shirts, and they had to do fish fry, and they had to do a bunch raffle and all kind of thing to bury their loved ones. And that was something new to me when I came to Florida, and I was like, wow. And I was happy to know that our children, our daughters, that they had some form of insurance in place for their mother. And as a family, didn't have to endure some of those woes that a lot of our people endure when a loved one passes away, because we didn't take the time to take out health insurance, which is something that can be used as generational wealth if we know how to make investments. Go ahead, Karin.
No, you said health insurance, said life insurance. And Curtis is frozen in time.
It's frozen. All right.
Life insurance.
Welcome back, Mr. Dr. Henry.
There's so many different plans of life insurance available for your lifestyle, or to benefit your family after.
I don't know if it's just on my end, but okay.
Yeah, you froze up for a little while there.
You can actually get money out of them.
Usually I can't get him to stop talking, so that is a miracle in the making.
So I would also now one of our listeners did send me a topic for us to tackle. I'm not going to mention what that is, but I would encourage.
You're not going to mention it. Why bring it up?
Hello, let me finish what I'm saying now, man, because we going on a journey here to put ideas together. I don't want to put anything out there like that. But what kind of thing is that? But anyway, we would like to encourage our folks in the chat and viewers. Feel free to send us an idea.
What
topics
you want us to cover?
Either in topic, or in maybe there's something visual that you see us doing. That
no striptease for you. No, you can't. No, you won't be doing that on the show.
Dancing on the pole.
So wait, you think he has somebody set up and he's trying to find out inroad, and then he go blame them for income?
Oh man, I want to tell you someone. You guys told me you wanted me to do this. This is what I'm doing.
I know I'll go with that.
So it's interesting.
And even down to the day. If you think Saturday is good, better than a Tuesday night. If you think Sunday is better than a Tuesday night, let us know, because we want to get the best bang for our time and efforts.
Excuse me, Sam.
Yes, my dear.
Can I say something about the food thing? Did you guys ever see the goat on the roof?
Yeah, we've done that.
You saw the goat on the roof?
No,
I've mentioned it before.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I remember seeing the goat on the roof. Which one was this now? This was from the social media madness, or this was?
No, I don't think whatever it was.
Yeah.
But the goat was on the roof. Is a Jamaican goat. Sorry, a Jamaican goat sat up on the roof and him walking back and forth. Him said,
"No, come down.
Not today.
No, come down.
Say not today, not today.
Christmas, no.
Only had plenty chicken running around the yard. Not me.
Right.
Not me. Something. Let me mention another episode. We did this in a humorous sort of way, but we did an episode called "Don't Fall for the Okie Doke." I don't know how many people understand that term. Now we had a boxer named Sugar Ray Leonard, one of the fastest hands in boxing. He used to do a thing like this, and I don't understand how. But while he doing this, the boxer's looking at that hand, and bam, he hit you with the left. Roy Jones Jr. used to do it too. That's called the okie doke. They have you focusing over here, and then bam, you get catch with it.
Yeah.
No. We have an individual on television. I don't know if she's still on TV right now, but let me just call her name, because I have serious questions about really gender identity where she's concerned. I have questions. I'm not saying anything. But Wendy Williams, an individual that was encouraged early in her career when she was on the radio. She was encouraged. she was coaxed into bringing her own people down, talking about black people, outing certain people in the industry. And right. And they encourage her with that slackness. And they give her a bigger platform. She went on television. You see? They had her looking at this all the time. And what they do, they're watching. And the minute you slip up, they come, bam, and they hit you with the next one. And now, Wendy Williams has fallen from grace.
So far.
Anybody familiar with what happened in she fell for the okie doke, because this industry, they will raise you up just to watch you fall, to bring you down, or to kick that chair from under you, pull the rug from under you, and watch you fall, because all of that have ratings.
They're literally laughing at her. TMZ, a bunch of them, they're literally laughing because she's losing her mind. She lost the TV show she had. I mean, and she apparently has been on crack. So apparently she got off of it, but she's apparently back, whatever it is. But she has lost her mind. But like some people that was talking to Curtis about this, like I said to people, you don't have to say you believe in God, but there's some agricultural facts that exist. It's agricultural in nature. What you sow, you're going to reap. And that woman has sown some mean, vicious things about people. I mean, she has thrown people to the dogs. She don't care. And now she's paying for it big time. Please, everyone, smash the like button. Dawn Harris.
I don't know if you'd like to tell us, Dawn, what that comfortable spot. Maybe that's something you and Karin discuss. I don't know, but I can only imagine watching from my comfortable spot, where that is. Enlighten us, Dawn.
Yes, Dawn. Let us know what that comfortable spot is.
Inquiring minds would like to know
where you are now.
Before we run away, I will just say, let us send people like Wendy Williams some positive energy, so there can be some recourse, and maybe she can bounce back.
Well, the sad part is, if you don't bounce back and continue doing what you were doing, then that's I'm not sure that's something I want to pray for.
No,
well, normally when you come back, you do better. It
depends. It depends on if you learn anything.
They say with age comes wisdom, but that's if you're lucky.
Not necessarily so.
If you're lucky, with age comes
some real old fools. Some real old fools out there. Oh no, that statement is not.
Okay, so Mr. Anthony would like to know where to post topics. If you join our Facebook page, Caribbean Feedback, you can post and we will see it there. Or you can also comment in the YouTube. If you're on the YouTube side, comment in the chat, and we would, not the chat, because you have two things. You have the comment area and you have the chat area. So like, since the show is live, you can talk in the chat. But then if the show is not live, you can talk, you can leave a comment in the comment area, and we'll see that as well. So either on Facebook or on YouTube, we should be able to get that. And we have another message here. Karin is my beautiful sister friend. I'm at home.
Well, go on, girl. Bed. Well, you can't answer a text. Don't make me out you on the show,
Oi.
Lord have mercy. The lady is in a comfortable spot. Could you just let the lady breathe a little bit in she comfortable spot?
It doesn't mean a thing. You see, all these other people get upset over comment like that. She understands what I said.
I never say a thing.
All right, so let me, before I forget, let me jump back on this here. For me, the most special episode for me was episode number 1. Not so much for the content, but the fact, no, you wasn't there. The fact that we decided to start. So many love to you, or love to you too, my dear. We have plenty love to share here, though.
Yeah, man, a bit.
So
put some love in the cup. Put some love in the cup too. Hallelujah.
Yeah,
Right.
my cup run it over.
I don't have no cup.
So what I'm saying though, episode number one, I've mentioned this on the show too many times as entrepreneurs, as people with dreams out there. We tend to Karen, I want you to chime in on this too with your quote, your favorite quote that you have about doing what you can, da 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 da. Finish up with that. But too many times we get on the starting block and it's like ready, aim, 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 and we
Yeah.
afraid to pull back that thing and let go the arrow. Sometimes you have to ready, fire, and then aim. Okay, I went too much to the left. Let me try that again. And so many things we wanted to do in life, and I believe everybody here might be guilty of that. I know for sure I am. Where we decide we want to embark on a particular venture, and we're looking for all the elements to be in place before we start. You want this to be right, the right amount of money. I'm going to go do this as soon as the child start walking. Okay, well, you know what? As soon as the child starts school, well, you know what? When he come out of school for the summer holidays, I think I'm going to do this. You know what? When they come out of public school and they enter middle school, I think I'm going to start. You know what? Might as well I wait till the outer high school. Well, after that, let them get out the house first, and then I have all the time I could use the bedroom. And you realize it's a lifetime has gone by, and you haven't done anything. We sit back and we plan and we scheme and we wait and we wait and we wait. For God's sake, people, get on the starting blocks, ready, fire, and then aim. Take a shot. Take a shot at something. You mightn't hit it dead on target where you want it to be, but that gives you a chance to recalibrate, set that GPS correct, and take a shot at it again. And then you say yes. But if you don't start, you will be in the same place years from now, wishing and hoping and praying that I could get this thing done. And what is
Is
the
it?
what?
You said recalibrate, right? Sound like you added a couple of extra
Listen
little.
to the man. Listen to
A
the
couple
man.
extra syllables.
Listen
You
to the
know
man.
just what I'm talking about.
Listen
But
to the
anyway,
man.
what's the statement here? The quote that you always.
Do what you can, where you are, with what you have.
That
Blows
is
and
why.
skirt, man.
That is
Blows
why
and
episode number
blows.
one is my favorite episode, because for months Sam was telling me, "Yo, we need to do," and yeah, right, yeah, what we gonna talk about? Yeah, man, right, yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it one of these days, man. And he keep coming back. Yeah, we need to do this thing, Yeah, how about me and you? And I'm like, boy, me and you alone talking about what? I don't want to sit down there and looking, searching for stuff to say. No, Ole can't shut me up, right? What am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about? Judith, you and I spoke about this way back in the 80s. That time, there was no internet. There was no StreamYard, no Zoom.
Guys
We
had
spoke
vision,
about
man.
the
You were
possibility of
visionary.
doing a radio show, something where we could get together and talk. And those days, it wasn't as easy as it is now to get on radio. Now we have people on radio talking anyhow. Yeah, boy, say that. Back then, you had to be very speaky spokey, and you had to
Right.
pronounce your words properly, and you had to have a certain decorum to be on the radio.
And you had to be familiar with the current events. A lot of journalists back in the days had to read the paper in the morning. They had to know what was going on. You had to spend time and get the information. So when you sit behind that mic, you are worthy of sitting behind that mic.
But I think I
Yeah.
said this to Curtis yesterday. This what is happening here, what has happened for 2 years, and what is happening tonight. It's not about something that's broken. It's not about something that didn't work. It's about something that happened. It's about something that we did. And that sometimes, in order to do something further, you have to end. If we continue to do things the way they are, we'll never be able to do things the way they should be done. And I think that's something we can learn from this, that this is not the end of something. This is a pause leading to something else. I'm looking at my life now and I'm realizing a lot of things that are happening to me now. It started years ago. The seed was planted and a lot of other things happened. And you said, boy, it's not happening fast enough. But that led to this. And this will lead to something else. But you have to be able and bold enough and
Mm.
excited enough, Sam,
Excitement.
to see that there's something coming from this, and it's all process. It's all about process. So that this
So
is not the end of something. This is a part of what is yet
of
to
the
be.
growth, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
this is
what we
like
have
when
to be able
you're
to
talking
see.
to somebody, you're talking to a person that you're interested in, and then you get to the foreplay part.
Jesus have
But then
mercy.
the foreplay part have to end to get to the next section.
So you can
I
get to the
don't take
fight.
it at the end, it's just continue. You just have to
It's a
segue.
continuum.
That's a segue,
You have
Sam.
to flow.
Segue.
Flow.
Segue. That's a
Segue.
nice word.
Which brings to mind another show. I cannot remember the episode. That episode where we had my namesake, Miss Onika Henry, from our fine feathered Tobago friend, who came on this program and enlightened us on sexual prowess. This woman came here and talked about some things. Now, I am by no stretch of the imagination a young fellow. I've been out there. I've been doing my things. I've been doing my things. I've been learning about things from since I was a itty bitty teenager. And I would say at this stage of my life, I am very proficient in my expertise in such
Proficient.
areas.
Must science.
And
You're right, essay, more proficient.
Miss Onika Henry came on here and she spoke about orgasms and
Prolonged
orgasms
that
and
is even sweet. Sorry, I didn't say that.
gosh, she talked about so much things that left me in awe. I'm like, I was doing Scooby Doo all through the what? And
Prolonged ejaculation, is that
prolonged ejaculation. I mean, boom. She talked about boom, 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 boom. I don't know.
You never
rapid
know
fire.
about those things? You didn't know about those things before?
No.
Shame on you.
What, no. Like I said, but people, I don't know if you remember the episode, Karin. I want you to join in on this, please. But
man,
this,
calling my name for man.
yeah, man, yeah, because you sort of like manage the channel and stuff. So I don't know if you quite remember, like, where did this Miss Onika Henry leave her mark and telling us all of these, giving us all these new insights about sex.
I don't remember the episode number, but I think it's in the 20s. I'm not sure. I don't remember the episode number. That's easy to look up.
I would have just liked to give it here, I'd like to give
Was it the sexual healing?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah.
I would have liked to give it to
sexual
somebody.
Healing.
I would have liked to give it to somebody tonight.
Just hit videos, whether you're on your smartphone or
what is Curtis talking about? You want to give it to somebody tonight? What do you want to give them? The episode number?
I think you need to know that, but me just say.
I just don't understand what he's saying because he repeated himself.
Anyway, yeah, sexual healing with Miss Onika Henry. It's on the thumbnail.
Whichever episode it is, people, I urge you, if you have not seen it, if you have not heard about it, please.
Episode number 42.
Since she has been on our show.
Episode number 42.
42, okay. Since she's been on our show, she's been so busy because we did attempt to bring her back.
And Karin said she loved that show.
Oh, really?
Yes, episode number 42, Sexual Healing. Frank.
We will like
Frank discussion with our guest. Frank discussion with our guest, Onika Henry, where she talked about sexual healing.
She's very candid. I think that, it was, as you said, 42, and we were very, trying not to, be too outrageous and everything. We've come a long way, actually, with them.
Yeah, we were kind of still tiptoeing, is what you're trying to say.
We or you?
But I'm telling you all that's a very interesting some insights on that program that I think you all
we've had some really quality episodes. I'm really proud of the work we've done as a collaborative team. we've had some quality topics.
Before I forget, I want to just acknowledge a school pal of mine, Karin Wright, from Tobago.
Hi.
She's on the chat tonight.
Is she here? Is she here?
Yeah, she's in the chat.
Corinne, she said yes, she did love that show. Corinne, could you put it in the chat there? You say you know this young fella here from school. Could you give me a comparison and tell me the Sam you knew then compared to the Sam you know now? Just give me a little comment in the chat, because a lot of us weren't privileged, or maybe it is a privilege that we didn't know him then. But let us know the comparison between the Samuel Archer then and the Samuel Archer we happen to know today. Is this all a farce? Is this a show? Is this a put on? Or is it the same fellow that just grew up? I don't know. So tell me some, since you know him from that, since you've been blessed or cursed enough to know him from back then. Let us know if there's the same fellow. I don't know who I'm asking. I don't know. Let me know some, Corinne, since you have to know him from since. Well, let's say Judith, since him idea you need. Since him idea you need. You know, and we would like her to come back. Carol said, she would like
Onika.
Onika, we will invite her again. She's just been very busy, and she's there in I'm not sure if she's in Trinidad or in Tobago.
I've seen her. She's in Tobago, but I've seen her on a couple of different things, and she did I think TED Talk went to TNT.
Okay.
If you all follow TED Talk,
I'll check that out.
And she did one of the TED Talks as well. Nice. So she's been pretty active.
She has. She's been very busy.
Before and of course after appearing on the show.
If we paid attention to people like her, nobody would ever have to want to break up, because there's so much excitement, Sam. Spicy excitement.
You like that segue?
Yeah. In knowing how to, some of the things she talked about, in knowing how to incorporate that in a relationship, man, you can. I don't understand why people don't have more fun. Sorry, I don't understand why people don't have more fun.
But excitement is the spice of everything.
Yeah,
and Carol talking about she'd like her to come back. I remember Carol. I asked a question on the show one time: how many of you women here are willing to teach? If in fact you were to have an encounter with a gentleman younger than yourself, and Miss Carol Knight was like, "No, school closed. I ain't teaching nobody nothing."
Trini Fly also said, "Nope.
Nope, I ain't teaching nobody nothing." So I want to understand, with all the experience and life experience that you have, if you should happen, what she say, my suggestion is to keep everything our short and sweet so we can look as if we missed the live show. But you know, you can't take that same advice if I come to you and say I want to keep it short and sweet so you miss me. You all wouldn't take that as women.
Oh wow, thank you, Corinne.
He's the same humble person, wonderful person.
A wonderful human being.
MP Corinne.
I want to know. I still typing just now. You see, I
didn't pay anybody.
I did not mention Miss Sherelle Hope as one of our.
Good evening, Sherelle.
Sherelle. Sherelle hasn't been on in a minute.
No, she was on.
She was here. She said hello a couple of weeks ago. Sherelle is my sister outlaw. Oh, sorry, my sister-in-law. She's not an outlaw. She just, she. All I know is that my brother said I do, and it's like he said I do. Bye, because he gone since that, and
it's been a wrap.
It's been a wrap. I don't see him. I barely hear from him. When I call, sometime I had to call her and could I speak to my brother, please? Good evening, Sherelle. Is it okay if I speak to my brother, please? I call her and because I don't know. She seemed like a very humble person. I mean, Sherelle, I have never heard Sherelle raise her voice. Never. I've never heard her speak to my brother in any ill fashion, in any kind of way, but she have things pun lock. And I don't know what it is.
She know what your cousin, your sister, she know Miss Henry.
Brother.
She know what the guy, whoever the top of the sexual stuff.
Yeah.
She have the key to that.
She had the key to that.
She
I
have
don't
to-
know. All I know, my brother say I do, and that was
All
bye
right.
bye because I
So-
don't see him since. Remember when we
Cleave
was on the
and cleave.
we were on one show and she came on and then she said, "Oh yeah, he here." I said, "Sherelle, I need proof of life. Show him, show him." And she panned the camera and he was sitting down right there,
Mm.
like a good boy, well behaved.
Yeah, the
So
man
Sherelle,
sensible.
Sherelle, big up, my lovely sister-in-law. Thank you so much for being with us throughout this journey. But we coming back. This is not goodbye. We coming back. Like we say, we're trying to regenerate, rejuvenate, all the read that you could think about. And she said 30 years she have him under lock and key. 30 years under lock and key. You see what I'm trying to tell you? That is how long she have the fella locked down. And I don't see my brother.
I don't think you want to see you, brethren.
Oh, I don't.
I don't think you want to see you at all. He must be saying them people there. Nah, I good.
So Sherelle here, all right? Just let me know. Let me know if my brother all right. Let me know if he okay. All right. Just drop a line in the thing. I know by now you done send him to bed. I know he's sleeping right now. Trust me, I know he's sleeping. I know for one thing, I know my brother is not outside anywhere this hour of the night. He in bed. And right now, she up. But I bet you he's sleeping.
Mercy.
This hour of the night. So Sherelle, just tell him hello tomorrow for me. All right. Tell him hello tomorrow. Tell him I say what's up and I hail him up on the show. All right. 30 years under lockdown. He be coming home soon.
Crazy.
Who said she afraid Sam? Who is that? Carol say who afraid Sam? Oh, Corinne.
I think that's in reference to Corinne.
So Corinne, she said Corinne afraid Sam. Talk about he humble. He's good, he's sleeping.
He's sleeping.
What tell all you? Yeah? She sent him to bed happy.
You're just jealous, man.
Well, fella, she sent him to bed happy. So people, I don't know. She sent him to bed happy.
Mercy.
So the beauty of all of this, we say we were coming on here for 15 minutes, say a little something, and then we gone. And I don't know, somehow we just keep talking, and here we are now. So people, what all you had to say, send me home now. Karin, say your piece. Send me home.
Blessings, everybody. Good night.
That was short. You would never accept something short from me.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
I can guarantee you would ask for it long. You would ask for it steady.
Oi.
You would ask for it to be firm, but you will never give something short and get something short and talk about it sweet. So,
Anthony,
give me something better than that, Karin. During the Iraqi war,
Sir Chatalat, stop the man.
Before the Iraqi war, there was a survey, and women in America said they prefer Saddam Hussein to George Bush Sr. Why? Because George Bush said that this war was going to be short and quick. And Saddam said, no, this war is going to be long and hard. And women said, I like Saddam.
Bye, Carol.
Carol says she miss you all. See you soon. Love you, Carol. Love you. So, Karen, send me home with something better than that, man. The short and sweetness.
I look forward to reconnecting with all of you. I've truly enjoyed this experience. This was completely new to me. And I hope to see you all very soon. Bless.
Bless up, Dr. Judith.
It has been a stupendous and wonderful blessing. It has added glory and joy to my life. I will never be the same because of this experience. It is a magnificent journey that we have taken. And as we saunter down the lanes of life for the last 24 months, I discovered new horizons.
What?
And the rainbow is not the same. Everything has changed.
What?
And it has changed for the better. And it is my greatest desire, it's my greatest hope that everyone, the panelists and those who participate and make comments and especially Carol, my girl, that everyone, I pray, Mark Chase, everybody, I pray that we have learned things that we never knew before.
Aye.
It's going to encourage us to learn more things. And that when we come back, we'll come back in a more exciting, spicy way. And we will make a new impact in a new season that will leave the world breathless. To God be the glory. Bless you all.
We gotta let that breathe there. Let that breathe.
Ashe.
Moment of silence there, man.
Ashe.
After Judith, you mash it up hard there, man. You mash it up.
Lucy say, what will I do with my Tuesday night now? Lucy, you want Sherelle number? I could send you Sherelle number in the inbox, Lucy, and she could give you some suggestions. And if you did not happen to catch episode, what was it, 42? With Onika Henry, no relation, then again, she might be, because my father from Tobago. So Onika from Tobago, and there might be something in the pumpkin vine, you never know. So she very well might be family. We have to research that. So look at episode number 42, Lucy, and trust me, it will be rather insightful. Mr. Archer.
Yeah. That so tonight, it was very, very good, very good, very, very good. And as we embark on taking the plant out of the backyard and plant it, so it can, get firm in the ground, we appreciate our audience, and please stay in touch with us. Jump. That was funny. Please jump on the Facebook Caribbean Feedback and put some comments there. It will help us as we decide how we repackage and how we readjust and so on. And ideas are good. Send it through. We can't pay you any money now. I don't think we'll be paying you anything later on, but send your ideas. And if we see you somewhere, we'll buy you a drink, Thank you for your suggestion. And somebody's saying something here. Okay, what was it? She needs something. Double negative, make a positive. Wink, wink.
Hey.
It's all going on tonight, Roy. This is like a Seinfeld episode. The show about nothing.
I don't know.
That lasted so long.
Yeah, that was a show about nothing. All right. Well.
So long. Farewell.
All right. So I'd like to thank, since each and every one of you individually, for being here tonight. Lucy O'Brien, Natty S, Carol, yeah, you too. Miss Corinne Wright, Anthony Cole. Who else we had? Yeah, Anthony Cole. Music. Oh yeah, he jumped off from here and he went on the other side. Miss Dawn Harris, welcome. And whoever else was listening and too shy to speak up. Miss Sherelle Hope, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure having all of you all here with us tonight. As we say tonight, it's the principle of re. Re, the letters R-E is a prefix. And that is to do those things that are necessary to whatever word comes after it.
To return.
Yeah. We're going to recommission.
Yeah.
We're going to have a rebirth. We're going to reshape. We're going to recommit.
Reignite.
We have to retrace our steps, recharge our batteries, renew our souls, and restore our body and spirit.
Glory.
And return to you refreshed. So tonight we were, in fact, in the spirit of Re. And I have to say, I really enjoyed being here with you guys and gals. I've had a lot of fun, and not just tonight, but how do I say this without inflating anyone's egos, without making Dr. Judith's head swell, without making Karen's head and her ego swell. I didn't just enjoy being here. I have to say I've also learned a lot. I love you guys. Thanks to each and every one of you. Even though Mr. Mark Chase isn't here, he was an integral part of the show. So I also have to say thanks to him. Thanks to each and every one of you. I love you guys. It's been a pleasure, and it will continue to be a pleasure. Thanks to you, the guests, for joining us. Peace and blessings.
All good.
Hi, I'm Dr. Judith Barnes. I'm an author, a playwright, poet. I'm also a broadcaster by training, and I recently found out about 2 years ago that I can paint paintings, which means I paint sceneries, I paint landscape, I paint animals. I have just discovered, and so that I can do this. And so along with all the other gifts and talents that I've been blessed with, I have paintings, and they are on view and for sale on Etsy and also on Facebook. And if you desire to order any painting or order one of my books, because I'm also an author, please give me a call at 470-564-8267. That's Dr. Judith, and the number again, whether you want to just talk to me or order one of my paintings or one of my books, please feel free to call 470-564-8267. Thank you.
Showtime. Hi, we are the Henry Boys. I'm Joshua.
I'm Daniel. And I'm Simone.
We're inviting you to read a copy of our father's book, Tiny Little Spider and Nursery Rhyme.
Hey, what do you mean a father's book? This is my book. I'm on the cover. Me, Imani. But let's not forget our sister Imani started writing this book.
And our dad finished it. So get a copy.
For yourself or for your child.
Tiny Little Spider, a Nursery Rhyme by Curtis B. Henry and Imani Smith. Now available on Amazon.com.
With me, Imani. Spider Boy.
My name is Karin Forrester. I represent BantuKreations. BantuKreations offers beautifully made, African-inspired, lightweight, handcrafted, one-of-a-kind earrings in wonderful shapes, shades, sizes, and colors. Please don't be scared of the large sizes. They're extremely lightweight earrings. BantuKreations can be found on IG and on Facebook as BantuKreations. That's BantuKreations with a K.